So is atheism a religion? Of course, the simple, facile, facetious answer to that accusation, that question, is to say no, it is not. Of course, atheism is not a religion, because after all, isn't atheism simply not believing in gods, and therefore claiming that atheism is a religion is about as valid as claiming that not collecting stamps is a hobby. Yes, we've heard it all before, but I'm afraid that the reality isn't quite as simplistic as that, and in the end there is an unmistakable whiff of religiosity about the way certain people present and approach their own atheism. Just look at the way these people seem to have congregated around the three prophets of atheism. Sorry, but I'm deliberately using this provocative term. The three prophets of atheism: Christopher Hitchens, Sam Harris and Richard Dawkins. Now, I have read their works and I am of course convinced by an awful lot of what these people are saying, but I can also recognize that in certain ways they are sort of barking up the wrong tree as far as I'm concerned, and I will ultimately make up my own mind. But whenever I do so, I have the inevitable onslaught of people who come telling me that I should be reading Sam Harris, or I should be reading Christopher Hitchens, or I should be reading the works of the great Richard Dawkins. As if I haven't already done so, and as if I am not able to make up my own mind. And that is a typical sort of response that you would expect from somebody who is dogmatically entrenched in a religious position. This is the exact sort of same thing that I keep getting from certain fundamentalist Christians and Muslims who feel the need to contact me out of the blue and start quoting biblical or Quranic verses at me, in which I am also not at all interested. And then of course you got the people who embrace a particular ideological position with such fervor that it can only be described as religious. And the people who come and spring to mind in that regard are of course the people who would embrace the sort of objectivism, the rational self-interest dogma that was put forward by the likes of Ayn Rand, without thinking for a second of how internally logically inconsistent that position really is. Think about it. Rational self-interest. How can that possibly work when self-interest ultimately is an emotional, instinctive, emotional response to seeing oneself as the center of the universe? If there's anything irrational, then it is that position, and no amount of building, adding on rationality will change that simple, undeniable fact that the foundation on which that whole edifice is built is quicksand. And again, I am not interested in such stupid, ignorant arguments about how we should all embrace a totally selfish position and how that would ultimately lead to a better society, a better world to live in. Because ultimately, what is the value judgment of what is better or worse, other than an emotional response to how things make us feel? So yes, in that sense, atheism does come dangerously close to being something of a religion with some of the people who portray themselves as atheists on this site. So I don't think it is entirely valid to simply dismiss such accusations with the same old non-stamp collector arguments. But maybe we should use that, and we should accept that that is the way we are coming across as the atheists here on YouTube and elsewhere, and maybe it should give us reason to pause for a moment and to think about whether maybe we are not quite as enlightened as we would like to think we are. just a thought.